moly now, really.
Will Mademoiselle Agatha, only in her death does Auntie family have to see him?
What? Why, yes, well, tonight we shall see how Agatha will work the family.
Is that for Line Agatha's last wishes?
Yes, it'll be played tonight when the family arrives.
Perhaps we should play just a bit of it first, eh?
No. We shall play it tonight when everyone else is here.
Of course. Anything else would be most unethical.
I was only thinking of the others. This could be quite a shock for them.
I dare say it might be,
Come, Bichette. We must make sure everything is in order.
as must I.
Wow, Max, I haven't been a dive this bad since you had me working at that greasy food.
It was just to get you in character for that part in that feature film I almost got you an audition for.
Yeah, right. Man, who decorates this place? Uncle Fester?
Why? How come you never told me your aunt was such a weirdo?
Because I haven't seen her since I was old enough to have better things to do.
At
When
least
I
she
was
was
8 or
a
9 or thing.
At least she was a weirdo.
Exactly. And once I get my hands on her moolah, I'll be living a life of class with a capital K. Maybe then I can start doing the crummy sales music for me.
Crummy films? What are you talking about? I got you the lead in Teenage Roastings from Mars, didn't I?
You don't see Meryl Streep crawling down to the lagoon with green slime painting all over her.
That's because she doesn't have your range. Besides, you look beautiful on green.
Yeah, right.
Trust me, Gina, I've got several really big deals lined up. But these kind of things, they cost money. All I need is a little cash to get the ball rolling. I was thinking, what with the little nest egg you're about to get?
Forget it, Max. You ain't taking my inheritance.
Of course not. I wouldn't dream of it.
Good.
Just call it a loan. I need cash to get your name on billboards all over this town.
Yeah, and your bookie off your back.
Who?
Never mind. I've got other plans for my dough. First, I'm gonna buy a Molly Ringwald nose.
Molly Ringwald is selling her nose? Wow, I thought she was into paint. I wonder if she's looking for a new agent.
No, I want a nose job.
Gina, I can get you better jobs than that.
I wanted your nose, you idiot.
What's wrong with your nose? It looks fine to me.
This isn't my nose. Before surgery, my nose made an elephant's trunk look dainty. But I still think it's too big. It's time for another change. I'm thinking something perfect.
You're telling me you want to pick your nose?
I'll get out of the loop. Why not? Lots of people blow it on a nose.
A tissue would work better.
Honey, oh my goodness gracious Lord. Please still my heart. No, it's Gina Starlet. Wow. Earl Jr., Earl leans back up and give me a stroke to his face. I'm your biggest fan. I've seen all of your movies.
Both of them.
Twice.
You're the ones.
Her nose looks bigger in person.
Has anyone ever told you what a darling little sweetheart you are?
Never.
Didn't think so.
Wait till the fellow back at large hear about this one. They are going to flip their elk ears. Can I get your autograph?
Sure. Ain't got nothing better to do. Who should I make it out to?
Earl!
Oh, Earl, isn't this thrilling?
Well, actually, can you make it out to Earl, the most multifaceted, gregarious,
Great who?
flamboyant, magnetic stud I've ever known. Oh, don't worry. You're still my #1 flavor.
Oh, Earl, you devil.
Is that your real hair color?
What, are you writing a book? Make it a mystery and leave that chapter out.
Isn't she funny? You know, my Earl used to be in the showbiz. Tell her, honey.
Well, now, honey, that was ages ago.
He once played the back half of a horse in the USO show.
And he's still a horseman.
Gina, this is your public.
Don't tell me how to treat my fans. I am a professional. You got my autograph, now beat it.
Oh, look, honey, she's being temperamental. Let me get a photo. Say, Fuzzy Pickles.
Fuzzy Pickles!
Get me out of here.
Well, Miss Starling may be so bold to say you look beautiful when your nostrils flare. Your nose hair flows so nicely.
Oh, you say the loveliest thing sometimes.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Miss Starlin must go now. She's in the midst of an intense morning.
And she does it so well, I must say.
Oh, just one more. Say inheritance.
Inheritance!
Wait, Gina, can I get a photo of giving your kids peek back rides? Oh well, maybe after the reading of the will.
Let's go explore. This is more fun than a Brady Bunch convention.
And more profitable.
Does that mean I get a raise and I allow it?
Well, actually, buddy, you haven't been doing your chores lately, so you know what that means. No!
Honestly, Zach, I don't know why we had to miss the Vanderbilt party because Agatha had to go off to that. I mean, it's such an inconvenient time for a funeral, and I was gasped. No, please.
She is
or rather was, family.
Quit reminding me. The one with the garage. Hates this place.
Someone might hear you.
Who? There's no one here but you.
Not quite.
Oh, her? She's just a common household servant. That doesn't. My word, you can't get a decent help.
Alexander, can't you just behave for one day?
You're always pushing me, father!
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing.
Like, I'm not totally put out about myself. That's it. All you ever think about is yourself. You never think of my feelings. I'm gonna hold my breath until I drink.
No, dear, not that. Daddy was wrong to upset you. Now, Breeze, dear, please, for me, I'll buy you something very special.
Okay, but it better be big and expensive, or I'll be very upset.
Oh, it will be. After I collect Agatha's fortune, I'll be able to buy you lots of little trinkets.
Good, then maybe this whole dreary trip will be worthwhile. I mean, all I can remember is she smells like unveiling fluid, had this ghastly laugh, and
Her sweet smile and caring ways, and
Her fat bank account.
Reginald!
Oh, this warm welcome brings tears to my eyes.
Oh, bother, Reginald. Now look, you messed up Daddy's hair, and there's not a good beautician for mine.
Reginald, I thought you were in
Go ahead and say it, Daddy. Jail, the pen, the slammer, the big house. They let me out early for good behavior.
I don't believe it.
Reginald, how can you speak of money at a time like this? Aunt Agatha was a dear member of our family.
And we should all mourn her loss.
Yeah. You'll mourn it all the way to the bank. I wish I had such luck when I went to the bank to make a, shall we say, withdrawal.
How could you be speaking of money at a time like this? Aunt Agatha was a dear member of our family. We shall all mourn her loss. You know there's absolutely nothing more upsetting to me than having a delinquent son, except maybe...
It makes sense.
Don't even mention it. My heart's not strong enough.
Howdy, cousins.
Who makes swines? Oh, I poor thing.
Here you are, John. You are always poor in heaven. Here you are. Oh, it's
We came as soon as we heard the awful news. Yeah. All of Hog's Holler is mourning over the grave loss. Our heart's broken into a million pieces.
Why? None of y'all were even close to Aunt Agatha.
Aunt Abby? You mean she died too?
A double whammy! No, we was talking about our hero, Elvis. Long live the king!
I mean, like, really? Elvis has been dead for as long as I can remember. Really? You used to go tonight. Come quick to Hog's Holler. I guess I'll be writing a letter to President Roosevelt to demand some prompt action.
How on earth did you find us?
It weren't easy.
Yeah, we ended up in some vacant lot, and your phone number was unlisted. We told the operator we was relatives. She wouldn't budge.
You told somebody we were related?
Daddy! Why, we told everyone we ran into. But it seems nobody knew y'all.
Well, in Hog's Holler, everybody knows the McSwines.
Don't you be bragging, Auntie May.
Anyhow, I done gave up. My girls could slip you out. Quite a nose on them gals.
Yeah, I guess they're part bloodhound.
Aw, you're making me blush. How about, is that Reggie? Oh, how you've grown. I bet you don't recognize your cousins here, do ya? Say howdy, girls. Howdy. I won a spitting contest last summer.
No. Remember what I told your sister about bragging?
You want to arm wrestle for some chewy tobacco?
I'd rather emails.
Sure thing. You got me some right here.
I think I hear my parole officer calling.
You girls go easy on him, y'all here.
This is reprehensible.
I know. I can't believe my luck neither. Fashion and our dead Aunt Agnes. All in one day, I declared on the Lord works in strange ways.
My name is Donald.
Not in Hog's Holler, it ain't. Anywho, now that I'm here, we can all mourn our loss together.
You can't fool me, you awful hillbilly. I know you're here just to get your money on Agatha's money.
Aunt Ag had money? Oh, woo-wee! Well, I'm lucky. The pig trot needs a new roof, and the outhouse is leaking mighty bad.
How could you be thinking of money at a time like this? Aunt Agatha was a dear member of our family. Katie May, you're as greedy as ever.
Madame, your room is ready. Please wait, s'il vous plaît.
Safe it, white.
No, it's French for if you please.
I knew that. You ain't the only one with culture. Check it out. Mercedes bucket, Dillabile, Mercier, Sandalier. Oh, you need some of my more homemade medicine. Here you are. Take a big swallow.
Run, Daddy, run!
That's spirit. A little exercise ain't hurt no one. Set baby up. Hook the rest of us. But he really should not have been lifting them cows without a spotter. Ready or not, here I comes!
Is everyone here? All but Fräulein Blue. She is 2 hours and 10 minutes late. Well, we can't wait any longer, now can we? Call everyone together. Come everyone, meet in the living room. It is time for the reading of the will.
Those monsters from Dogpatch are faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, and can move you so hard they can make ball patches. Well, hey there, beautiful. My name's Reggie, but you can call me Stud. How do you like me so far?
Let's see. I never.
Don't knock it till you try it. Listen, I know this quaint little cafe downtown called Alice Place. You and I should head out tonight and do some intense morning.
99999.
Who's the boss?
This is my sister, Agatha. We are twins.
How did your parents ever tell you apart? Don't tell me. A police badge? Hey, Renilda, is that a switch you're wearing or chainmail?
Reginald, can't you just behave for once in your life?
Yeah, I'd like to collect my check and get out of here.
Ooh, I can just smell all the money I'm going to get.
Is that what that smell is?
Wait, I haven't had my shots.
Sorry, but like, we want to spruce up a bit.
It appears we're all here. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Agatha's close friend and legal advisor, William Pleniu, Will for short. I've asked you all.
Aunt Agatha, is she?
Still dead.
Oh dear, cut down to the prime of her youth.
My dear, she was 95.
Oh, I'm sorry. And I should introduce myself. I'm Rose Bloom, Agatha's niece on the other side. I share the grief you all feel.
Do you hear that, kids? Isn't this a small world? We have to write that down. Our journal.
Fräulein Bloom, you are 2 hours and 24 minutes late. Where have you been?
How kind of you to notice. Forgive me, it's been a crazy day. First, my car broke down in the middle of the freeway, and there wasn't a taxi in sight. But a kind, thoughtful Samaritan gave me a ride for $100. Isn't mankind wonderful?
$100? I'd have carried you on my back for that kind of dough.
It's merely money. You can't put a price tag on a man's time.
I'm gonna like you.
And I'm going to like you too. In fact, I'm going to like everyone here. I'm getting such warm vibrations. You know, friends and family are needed during times of grief and distress.
Lean on me, baby. I'm your rock.
Just get on with the will, Will.
Come on.
I want my money.
My dear family and friends, if you're listening to this, I am going to make the assumption that I'm dead. Of course, you can never be too sure, can you? Anyway, I hope I fed the dogs before I left. Now, where was I? Oh yes, well the one thing I learned in my long life is that money can't buy happiness. It can buy a lot of neat stuff though. money can't buy joy or happiness.
But sure can't rent it for a while.
It has not brought me friendship or fame,
She must not have had the right agent.
but it has given me some swell parties. And of course, it has brought my family together one last time. My friends, I would not want to insult any one of you by being so tasteless as to simply hand over my fortune.
Insult me! Insult me!
She was always so thoughtful.
Instead, I've decided to have a last little laugh with my loot.
Uh-oh.
First, we're going to play a little game, and whoever last will divide the money with the biggest share going to the relative whose last name is closest to the end of the alphabet. The next biggest share will go to the relative whose last name is next closest to the end of the alphabet, and so on and so forth, etc., etc. Won't this be fun? Go ahead, take some time to figure it out.
Counter-alphabetical order, if my calculations are correct,
And they always are, sweet pea.
then Mr. Van Vliet would get the bulk of the estate.
Daddy! Isn't she amazing?
And if my calculations are correct, that would equal about...
It's a lot! Lots and lots. Now, my little game requires you all to spend one last night together in my home. It is something I've always wanted, to have friends and family around me.
How thoughtful. It's so like her to try and cheer us up with a slumber party.
I'd rather be taught.
Of course, some of you might not want to play this little game. Am I right, Alexandra? Go ahead. You may leave with my blessings and good wishes.
Call me a cab.
And nothing else.
Cancel that cab.
Wait, then if we stay, how does Gina fit into all this backwards alphabetical stuff?
Well, actually, Miss Darling would get the second largest share, of course, after the Van Vliets.
Second billing again? I've got to find myself a new agent.
And don't worry, I have oodles and oodles of money to go around. At least as far as the E's anyway. But ask Will. Will knows all about my financial affairs. Now, goodbye all, and sweet dreams.
Well, looks like we're stuck here for the night.
Oh, I just love slumber parties.
Did we scare you?
Always. Now get out of here, will you? I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with all my new moolah. And I need total concentration.
Then you ain't leaving?
What? And you have the cash?
And the rumors don't scare you? You're so brave!
What rumors?
That Aunt Aggie's back, and she ain't happy neither.
If you two had half a brain, you two would have half a brain.
Aw, ain't he a chum? He sure is. Dad, what is 50 million divided by 11?
Well, let's see here. What lots? Why?
He's trying to figure out if he'll inherit enough to buy a hotel.
Yeah, I've been reading in this book on the New York Times bestselling list. It's called The Art of the Deal. And I do believe real estate is the way to go. Oh, isn't that cute? I'll just write that down. What was that?
Sure was loud, but it did.
Did you hear that?
What?
It was an awful wrangling noise.
Oh, that's just my old stomach. The fiend didn't agree with him.
Well, tell it to argue quieter.
Come on, Gina, don't go losing your cool now. You only have to last until morning.
Only?
Who's that?
Probably just some little marmots sneaking through the bookcases. How comforting. Oh, they only critters. They won't harm you none. Leastwise, you don't get too close to them. But they won't harm you none. Agatha? Here? And to think, we almost had a funeral for her. Oh, Aunt Agatha, where are you?
Look, I need you to go.
Yeah, right. And Elvis is living with a pack of three-headed dogs who speak Latin.
You saw him too? I want to leave.
He's right. And dead people don't tie. Part 2. There were these dead bodies who came back to harm everyone who had hurt them. I played dead body number 2.
We saw that one. You were very What was that? What was that? I have no clue.
Gonna die.
What's that?
All right, everybody, just keep calm. I'm pretty sure we'll live through this.
No, we
We're
won't.
I want to leave. Waste of, I mean, if you leave now, you won't receive a penny of Agatha's considerable portion. I don't care. Something that's just more important than money.
Oh, little girl. Am I staying? I'll stay. But I didn't like Aunt Agatha when she was alive, and I like her legs dead.
We're all gonna die.
Shut up, you said it 3 times.
What was that? You left the door open. Pretty sure I had to come here.
Baby.
Oh my god. Something.
We all know it's a ghost.
Ghost?
Yes, a ghost. What do you think? Oh, you know, just some random guy who's gonna come in here just. Oh, no, it's not a ghost.
Now what we came here for?
I came here for money. I need some more money, Agatha.
I mean,
Bye.
I mean, I'm excited to see Agatha again. I don't know about dead. She's dead! But she's Agatha. Is she really dead? Yes. Yes! I'm not angry.
I mean,
Oh, Mom, what is here to haunt us all? Why is she haunting us? We didn't do anything to her. Everyone. When she was alive. Everyone. Listen to me. Men. We are going. Oh, God.
It's like one of those amusement park rides.
Are we sure this is Agatha's house or a haunted house? Well, her picture's up on the board.
this is a hard house.
Just me. There's nothing to scare you guys.
You should be enjoying this. That's Elvis.
Mom, Ellen, long live the king!
You know, Agatha really did look quite ghastly when she ran up here.
Is there other ghosts? Oh, well. Oh, Matt, the dog's back at home.
This is the second time.
We're all gonna die! The ghosts haven't touched us. They can't be
Why are you
bad.
standing?
It's
Sit back there.
Guys, just stay calm. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties back there. The will and everything else will be back in session in a few more minutes. Just stay put. There's no ghosts. Just stay calm.
There is definitely a ghost. There's a ghost.
There's a ghost.
I think we lost her.
have a partner? Where's Reuben? You are.
You don't think I overdid it on the bones, do you?
No, they were wonderful, but the dancing ghosts.
And the chains, did they sound menacing?
Very, but the dancing ghosts.
What are you talking about?
You know, the dancing, singing ghosts. There were dancing, singing ghosts.
Dancing, singing ghosts? I didn't have any dancing, singing ghosts. Are you sure you didn't just imagine it?
I'm telling you, there were dancing, singing ghosts. And they were scary.
Dancing, singing ghosts? How corny. Well, wait a minute. I don't think there's someone else running a comic side. Maybe that lawyer or those nerds.
All I know is that those ghosts scared everyone out of their wits, myself included.
Maybe they were onto something. You know, these creeps are a lot harder to get rid of than I imagined. But they won't out-con me! I'll just have to crank up this ghost and they'll be out by the end of the night. And the money will be ours, baby, all of it.
Oh, I can't wait!
Not now, not now. I think it's time to start. I must have left it in my room.
Forgot the wig!
But this episode is supposed to be whole costume, whole outfit bird. I read it on You Women's magazine. You don't think this dress makes me look too fat, do you?
Not again. Did Aunt Agatha forget to pick up my toys?
Reginald, make yourself useful for once and go check the fuse box.
Gotcha, Daddy.
Wait! I'll go with you, Red. How about me? Even farming? Hold it! This bear's mine! I'll go with Reggie. Enough. I'll go with Reggie. I know the house better. The rest of you, stay here. Let's go.
Oh, I owe you one, buddy.
Yeah, just watch out for the... Ow! Door frame. Ah! You have something cold and clammy on my neck.
I feel it too. It's like a cold hog's gizzards are running down my back.
Is that really you? Yes! She looks simply yes. Be kind. She is dead after all. Agatha, it's so great to see you. Is that treating you well?
Go!
Are you getting enough rest?
All of you, go now! I don't believe it. Yes, you do!
That's weird. It's not like the be so inhospitable.
That's strange. There was nothing wrong with the fuse box.
You guys look like you just saw a ghost.
Daddy, don't you dare go brainstorm me and leave me alone. Selfish. You need some more of my
No, everyone. Let's calm down. I know. Let's all... Ah, yes! Charades! Oh, love that. So, Mr. Van Fleet.
Daddy, how can you embarrass me like this?
Come on, everyone. Don't be shy. Join in on the fun. Let's see, are you going for a jog? You don't care.
Stealing?
Say it.
Looks like he's birthing a calf for me.
Oh, we're getting close. No, Mr. Manley. We can't tell what you're doing if you're choking. Choking? Is that it? Oh, this is so much fun.
Oh, you know, you're supposed to touch your nose when we get an answer right.
Thank you for sharing that.
Now what's he doing?
Falling?
Jogging?
Jogging? Dead? Oh, I got another one.
He's dead, all right.
Yeah, we already got that.
No, I mean he's actually dead.
Someone call the police!
James Club, Sam Club. Detective.
We've had the most horrible accident, and now Mr. Van Fleet's dead.
You sure it's an accident, ma'am?
Yes, what else could it be?
I'm supposed to be murdered.
Murder!
Just give me the facts.
We were all in edge after the ghost came.
Ghost?
Yes, it was our recently departed Agatha. But she didn't look herself so pale and sickly.
Yeah, that's the way of doing that.
Anyways, we decided to play a lively game of charades to take our minds off of things. But Mr. Van Fleet took the game much too seriously, and now he's dead. Do you play charades, Sarah?
Detective. But no, not often. Thanks for asking.
Do you reckon that ghost could have killed Daddy?
Can't say. I don't want the shame on speed. Was the victim a drinker?
Aunt Agatha had the occasional drop of wine with dinner, but
No, I mean Mr. Van Fleet.
Daddy,
Are you sure?
well, I mean, not unless he was sad.
I see.
Please, we must unmute immediately. The tormented spirit of Mademoiselle Agatha is roaming the halls. It's just like the next victim, maybe. It's just like in Zombies, Boogeymen, and Ghosts Part 3. These ghosts came back and haunted everyone who had wronged them. I played ghost number 2. It wasn't an important one, but it was the main one.
We solved that one 3 times.
Poison.
What are you, some kind of critic?
No, this jug was filled with poison.
That hillbilly killed my daddy. Whoa.
Do not begin your shorts all flushed up. My tonic never harmed a soul. Well, remember that one time. That was never proven. And that fella had one foot on the grave and one on a banana peel.
If it wasn't you, then who could it have been then?
The ghost!
Let me tell you, you're telling me this is a poltergeist poisoning?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Basically,
More likely, none of you are sane. But I'll leave that up to the judge.
I want to leave.
Hey, hold it. No, hey, stop. No one's going out there with that storm out here, and until this murder is solved.
We're all gonna die.
Don't worry, Sam Club is here. Now, hasn't been someone I haven't found yet, or I haven't nabbed him from under a rock, or her, to be honest.
When the whole
Noisy.
Don't worry, there is no ghost here, and I'll prove it to you with this.
Your ass?
No, my head, my brain, my intellect.
Well, I'm afraid it isn't a ghost. If that were true, my loving family members would have to be,
That's right, a murderer, a cold-blooded killer.
no, I just can't believe that.
Rosie, you truly are just a kind of kid. Dames like you want a dime a dozen, they drink quarter a crate. And this world isn't always a nice place like the scene it is, but I'm afraid it's people like you who are hurting it the most.
I've known these people for hours now. This really wouldn't harm a fly. Besides, what possible motive would they have?
The big M.
The big M? Like the golden urchins? That doesn't make any sense.
No, money, moolah.
Oh, I have
Money. But the best isn't like that free. Oh, sorry.
Detective.
I can't believe anyone uses this pile of steam for mere money.
You want me to eating it too.
Enough already! Things are Ebola infested, black plague infested, pig flesh covered, mud covered hands off of me!
But then reality rears its ugly head.
I'm everyone basically with a heart for all.
Detectives!
Things are getting dangerous around here. Time for me to make a hasty exit. But no, I do. I worked much too hard sucking up to that old bat clever. No good relatives walks out of here with my money? Oh, but I'm a fair person. Oh, one for me and one for me, two for me. Another for me, three for me. Oh, pish there. I'm taking it all.
William!
Who's there?
How soon you forget!
Agatha, is that you?
Yes, it is I who cannot rest in peace.
You mean?
You betrayed me.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Could it be?
Then who? Who else stole my money?
Oh, what money?
My millions!
Oh, that money. Oh, listen, Agatha. It's all a misunderstanding. I was only borrowing it. I swear I was going to give it right back. See, it's right here. You can count it if you want.
Oh.
Sorry, forgot. Here, how about this? I can count it for you, and you can watch.
Oh.
Sorry, Agatha, I give it to you personally, but
Oh.
Agatha, I can't. You're dead.
Oh.
Leave me alone, Agatha. Stop it. Leave me alone. Take the money. Take it all.
Poor thing fell 4 stories straight. Slam! Just like a book on a windshield.
But it was an accident, no?
You're right. It weren't. Looks like that on Agatha done claimed another victim.
Oh no. Might be taking the ghost stuff too far. First Mr. Van Fleet, and now this? No one was supposed to get hurt. Just scared.
Bucky! What happened?
Finish your time.
things like I always do. Oh no, we're in big trouble.
She's back, I tell you, Maxie. Bad enough sharing with your relatives who are crazy, but I draw the line with dead ones.
Calm down, Gina. Those borderlines are gonna wreck your natural beauty.
Natural beauty, nothing. I pay good money for this face.
And just imagine how great you'll look when all of Agatha's villains come rolling in.
What good will it do me if I'm 6 feet under?
Gina, baby, would I really ask you to stay here if I didn't think you were perfectly safe?
You would if you thought there was a nickel in it for yourself.
Ah, Gina, I'm crushed. Trust me. Someone's just trying to scare us.
And they're doing a good job of it.
Listen, Gina, you've been in the business long enough to know that all this hocus pocus, it's just special effects. You see it all the time in the big budget films.
Maybe you see it all the time. Me, I don't see nothing because my no-bid agent never gives me anything big budget.
Come on, I just need a little time and a little money, of course, to get the ball rolling.
If I give you any more time, I'll be doing Garrett's commercials.
Trust me.
Do I have stupid written on my forehead? That's it, I'm out of here. Wait, what is that?
It smells like... Wait, where are the mixed wines?
Oh no, it's definitely gas.
Okay, so maybe I had beans for lunch, but it's not that bad.
No, I saw it in a film one time. Of course, not one that I was in, because I know that agent couldn't even give me a reading. But it was about this fraternity, and I got wiped out by the gas in. We're goners, Maxie.
Help! Help!
This is it, the final curtain, the last act, the big bow. Before I go, I've got to tell you something, Maxie, but you know how I am.
Gina, you don't have to tell me how much you love me.
I don't. You're fired!
Means amazing to spare parts to bear from this family. But I can't figure out what kills that Hollywood dame with her money grabbing
Sheriff,
detective.
this is all so frightful. I don't know what to do with myself. It may seem silly, but I'm gonna make popcorn. Still, I don't know if anyone will stay the whole night. I'm afraid everyone is scared to death.
Don't worry, no one's going anywhere in this storm.
Well, it wouldn't serve Agatha right if you did all this. Imagine killing your guests like that. Miss Manners would simply not approve.
Maybe you're right, Rosie. And it is a ghost killing people. But if it isn't a while, check that slimy scum gift and just... Sorry, I guess I'm a little rough around the edges. That's because, Rosie, when I'm with you, the world is such a deep, dark, ugly, depressing sewer.
Oh, you make me swoon.
Yeah, well, I got that effect on dames. You know what? I got an idea. After this is all over, me and you...
Not now. Not with the shadow of death hanging over us as it is.
Rosie, you truly are a classy dame. You got style, culture, taste, and there's nothing too good for a fraud like you. I got it! When this is all over, we should go down to Madison Square Garden. You ain't never lived until you seen a hockey puck smash down a bully's throat.
You know just what to say to make a woman feel so special. Now come on, let's go have some popcorn.
Promise again, Mikey. I promise. I do anything to that movie star or clubby agent. Cross your heart, cross my heart. And hope to die, and hope to... Now wait a minute!
I wonder. Look where this tunnel took us. A secret passage. Isn't it the spotting penguin?
Don't forget to write this down in your journals.
Where did you come from? What did you hear? We have visual making you talk.
Really? Can you talk slowly so we can get them all down?
Let me see that. Give me some papers.
Naughty. Never touch a person's diary. You never know what little secret a person may be keeping.
How did he get in here?
Well, it's the funniest thing, really. We were exploring the library like we all love to do, don't we, kids?
Sure do.
What did you find?
You won't believe it. Fascinating.
Remember that one time when I only put a dime in the meter when it should have been 18 cents?
Yes, but we lucked out. And turns out the party horse on duty was his niece.
I guess you're right. I am lucky.
Have you told anyone? Not yet. I mean, I really don't think anyone would be interested in our luck, but now I think about it, it is a fascinating story.
Nine about the secret passageway.
Oh, no. But don't worry, we won't be seeing this for ourselves. We'll share our good fortune with the whole group right after the vision tours. Isn't that right, kids?
Right, Mother?
Come on, kids. Follow the leader.
Very anxious. I still think we should go to the captain.
No! If we kill that cop or anything, we lose all the money. If you stick to my plan, everything works out just great. I didn't anticipate on those nerds finding about a secret passage. There's a monkey's wrench into everything.
But what are we going to do about it, Mikey?
I'm the best one. I've got everything under control.
Well, this is war. Come on, 2 out of 3.
Oh, well, actually, I think you have a better chance at, like, 8 out of 15.
Are you considering her superior arm strength and large bicep circumference?
Oh, shut up, Agatha.
Oh, my. I think there's hostility here.
Just about sure.
Find someone who
Well, that's not very feasible at the moment.
skip it.
Oh, Alexandra, it looks like you could use a big, warm, fuzzy hug right now.
I can't take it anymore. My father's died. I can't eat. I can't sleep.
Relax, sis.
Oh, Reginald, how wonderful. There's no one like you to try and cheer up your tired, aching spirits.
Yeah. You'll drop a few pounds, and with the numbers dwindling in this family the way they are, you'll be the richest heiress this town's ever seen.
Richie, I am so disappointed in you. Is money the only thing you can think about?
Of course not. I think about girls too. Beautiful, rich ones. You busy there?
You don't get it, do you? This is family we're talking about. Family and love and loyalty. But money is the only thing you value. Well, take it all if it makes you happy. I don't want any part of this.
I knew. My kind of chick.
Rosie, come back. Can you please go with her? She really should be alone right now. And you! I've met a million loves like you before, and they all end up slipping in their own sludge. I'm going to be watching you very carefully.
So we can't take it anymore. We're all gonna die.
Relax, sis. We'll all get out of here in one piece.
And I'm too young to die, and I'm in a desperate need of a good manager. Father said you can never be caught dead with that. Is there a petition? Then I'm leaving!
Don't go out there, there's a cliff!
Aw, man. My sister, too? Well, at least her and Daddy are up in that big shopping mall in the sky.
Shade's gone.
Yes, I'm afraid so.
How'd you know?
We just sit there and watch her fall from the cliff.
How long off? Harvest blue.
Rosie? What do you mean?
Well, stone damage.
Rosie? No.
Yes, I went into a room and she wasn't there. The window was open and all there was flames.
Rosie? Not sweet Rosie. I'll get you for this, Reggie!
Don't you leave him alone!
You won't get away with this. I just need one little clue, and I'll be waiting to haul you away.
Well, actually, Detective, I do believe we could be of service.
What do you mean?
Well, before we were most rudely interrupted, we uncovered in the library.
Very interesting.
Spill the beans.
Well, we were exploring the library. We all love to do.
We sure do.
When we made the most compelling discovery.
Yes, what is it?
Do you know my role? I've been writing an entire New York Times bestseller list since 1963.
That's just a little hobby hideout. That and journal writing.
I don't believe this.
It's true. Demonstrate, dear. Don't nonfiction. I love.
That's our favorite too.
Well, let's see. I'll start in the present and go back to chronology.
Just give me the facts.
Don't encourage them.
Something ain't right with that family.
You're just figuring that out?
No, I mean, they done frozen.
What?
Right, Mom? They look just like them cow did when they got caught in that blizzard last year.
Frozen solid.
Deadly freezing. The oldest trick in the book. I should have known. Nothing's gonna bring them back.
Well, you know what they say. Dependent mighty than the sword.
You're looking at a hard time, fella. You hear me? I'm gonna nail you to the wall.
Hey, tell me. You keep away from me, deputy. I know my rights.
Why? Archer's you to my left, and it's detective. Do you hear me? Detective!
You really need a vacation, officer. Now, if you don't have any use of me anymore, I've been keeping a special little lady waiting long enough.
Oh, Reggie Poop, you finally come to your senses.
You? If I ever get that desperate, have me shot. Bridget, baby, here I come.
Reggie! Come back here!
I'm making pay Rosie for you!
You know, maybe grow on you.
Is that you? What have you got to tell me?
Stand back. You hasn't seen my face.
I've seen faces playing worse than yours can be. Remember, I wear a badge.
No, it's just that if someone knew I was here, my life would be in danger.
Danger's my middle name.
That's a great thing. Anyway, I can tell this information.
Information? What kind?
The important.
That's my kind. Spill it!
It's someone in this house.
Who?
I can't tell you.
Then what about them?
I can't tell you that either.
Then what can you tell me?
Nothing.
Hey, hold it! If you don't get whatever's blinding off your chest, they'll eat and eat at you until it gets inflamed and ooze. And then you feel like you're going to explode. It's not a pretty sight.
All right. I'll talk.
Spill the beans.
There's a person in this house who isn't what they seem.
Yeah, that will surprise you, sister.
Oh, maybe this will. You see, this person is.
It's what?
This person is.
No. Drat! And again, what you should have been trying to tell me was your deadly secret.
Why, it's the maid!
You weren't supposed to look!
She must have made you awfully mad for you to go and shoot her like that. And in the back,
I didn't shoot her, and I didn't know who she was.
it looks like a bullet wound to me.
But I didn't do it.
There is only you and me. And I know, I ain't done it. Unless.
Oh, was that a gunshot I heard?
You ought to know.
Looks like Aunt Aggie done got another one. Though you gotta give her credit. The old gal is a lot shot.
Okay, it's not a ghost. It's a living, breathing, psychotic criminal right here.
Listen here, Mr. Boy Scout. You're gonna have to go somewhere else to earn your murder merit badge. You're barking up the wrong tree here, pal.
Maybe, maybe not.
Listen, I may be a rat. And I may be a heel. And I may even be a worthless cheat.
You got that right.
But I am no killer. Well, unless being a lady killer counts. But it's not my fault. I'm irresistible.
Yeah, now you can make me think that the ghost kills a ghost too, isn't it?
Stranger things have been known to happen.
Got that right.
And here we have living proof.
Listen, I'll eat my hat if there's a ghost in this house. Detective!
That's not very neighborly of you, Aunt Aggie.
Don't feel like a ghost, does it?
Here's your ghost.
Why, you always seem like such a nice gal.
That's right, Hildegard.
Why, you always seem like such a nice gal.
The name's Mike.
You mean she's a he?
Well, you did always seem a little bit uncomfortable in that them skirt.
I sunk low in my day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I would never dress up like a woman. And if I did, I'd be much better looking. That train wouldn't work on you at all.
You have plenty of time for fashions out of the pen, pal.
Come on, overalls only. Ooh.
Seems you got a deadly sense of humor. Bridget, you were trying to tell me someone wasn't what they seemed, but you got there before I could.
Bridget's gone? Baby! Speak to me! Speak to me!
Her speaking days are over, Buster. Now, I do believe those are real tears welling up in your eyes. Almost. Now let's time up before you do any more damage.
Let me do it. I got a badge 4-8 for my knots.
Okay, now listen here. No one's going anywhere. We're all sleeping here tonight. This ends now.
Got it!
Seems you might have something to say to me.
All right, everyone, rise and shine. The storm let up and we got a big day ahead of us now. Come on, Hildegard, might be ready next. Up!
Why, he's dead.
This sure complicates things.
That Aunt Aggie's one for an ghost.
It's not a ghost.
You mean
Yes, I'm afraid so.
suicide?
Listen, General. I know what you're thinking, but it isn't so.
You know what? You're right, Reggie. Only one cunning, shrewd, and devious mind could have come up with this. And you know what? You're not smart enough. That's right. You're exactly what you seem. Cheap and stupid.
Thanks. I think.
Only one person could have come up with this. So intelligent and cunning and devious at the same time. Come on out, Rose Bloom.
That's a miracle. I thought you was dead.
Yeah, she goes off leaning malarkey, dollface. I've heard it all before. You call into Bridget and Hildegard scare them real quick, and then you decide to make it really pay. First, you scare everyone with those dancing, singing ghosts. I don't even know how you got that to happen, but it worked, and everyone got spooked.
No, I had nothing to do with them.
I don't want to hear it. First, you killed the French maid. Well, no, actually, French maid was later on. First, let me think. From the very beginning, where can we stop? All right, yes, poison in the hillbilly jug, which seemingly caps him off. After that, what do we have next? I assume we have, yes, you frightened the lawyer to jump out the window after she conveniently packed all this money right here for you. Then, scared the old lady's grieving daughter off the cliff. And then after that, you literally froze the earls with pens. How could you even do that? And after that, shot Bridget before she could squat, and then stabbed Hildegard in the back. It was genius. These idiots are ghost techs to fall in. You get away with all this money.
Sam, how could you say such a thing after all we meant to each other?
You meant nothing to me. I knew from the very beginning.
No, Sam.
No, you're just an ordinary killer.
Not an ordinary one at that fact. You see, if you had kept your mouth shut, I was going to be a very rich woman, and I would have shared it all with you. We could go anywhere you wanted. Rio, Paris, Tirana.
Tirana?
It's a little place in Albania. Oh, really nice. Sam, I know you still have feelings for me.
You're right, Rosie. I do have feelings for you. Feelings of disgust and revulsion.
Oh, you know they got you!
Sticks and stones, Rosie.
Trouble here?
Yes.
No! I'll be back!
Well, this case is closed.
Well, I'm happier than a pig in warm mud on Thanksgiving, on Christmas. But there is no killer in there. Well, I believe some of this do belong to us. Just make sure I get my share, Commodore. Come on, gals. We got a new room to be cutting up.
Oh, Reggie, my sweet. Yes, this is our final goodbye. Will you come visit us?
Dream on.
Aren't you gonna miss us?
Not likely.
Not even a teensy weensy bit?
I won't miss you a little bit. I miss you a lot. Well, scram, we're cousins after all.
I had to think it wrong.
Not so wrong. I'm still a lousy at heart. But now, I'm a rich one. And you know something, detective? You've kind of grown on me. I'm going to do something special for solving the murders of my sister and father.
Well, that's good for you, Reggie. You know what? I would like to think this is the start of a beautiful friendship here.
Yes, it is. All right.
All right, well, Agatha, you can rest in peace once again.